And for a change, I actually confirmed my notes. This is episode 56. Last episode was indeed episode 55. I'm blaming that half calf this morning. Half calf is evil. I don't care what anybody says. If I ever get reduced down to half calf, I already know. I'll keep walking into the wall till the building falls down, and then wade through the rubble. Because that's just kind of idiot I am. Let's see what else we can take and do to take and speed things up. Speeding things up is seeming to give us a little bit of hope. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh. Fine. I've got other ways to get around you. Haha. I can still speed it up underneath there. Definitely need the passenger train so it's sped up. That's part of the loss there. I guess more than part of the loss. That's a lot of the loss. I got slower trains on this section. I don't have to worry. There we go. That'll speed him up a little bit. It's used to having a fast train if you're not able to go fast. I don't know what I was thinking. Well, actually, I do. And down the road, we will get more and more of this squared away. Get the bulk of it going, and we've got everything set up. And with that done, I'm going to say that was Callie's turn. Going to take a look at our monthlies. It's horrid. I don't know what's been going on for the past few months or past 4 years. So mostly the time I was working on the expansion I did actually backfired. That's what's happening. Oh, that's him. That's right. The other guy. All right. That's DDI. And Eastern, we can't mess with their tracks. But we can mess with ours to our heart's content. That's not us. We've got to figure out what we did wrong. I think it's this. Unfortunately, you cannot. Let me destroy my pad HQ. Maintenance isn't where I'm dying. Op costs is where I'm dying. I've got some things that are just too costly moving things for the value they're moving. We've got to take and figure this one out. That, or they're just not delivering in the speeds that are needed in order to get the right way earnings for them. Hopefully this will fix slowly what's going wrong up here on the northwest corner, the northwest quadrant. It is going to put a major cramp in Calico's style, though, for the next while, after being top dog for so long. Let's go on to our next candidate. So it's list time. Bring that list back down here where he belongs. Thank you. And we're going to go to public service for a moment because Public Service Commission has a change they would like to make. Waypoints must be at that site on that section. One thing I've definitely got wrong here is this guy here needs to be a different style. And as soon as he is in and past, we're going to fix this. I do not want any cutover capabilities at this spot. Dispatch connections can occur back up here. And we'll let him have one here with a change recommended to his signaling because this was causing issues. And two, DDI is going to pay a little bit to take and run dispatches out. And then we've got a couple other fixes to take and deal with. Right there. Those crossovers did not need to exist. There we go. And with the similar stakes at the other end, we can sit there and call it a game point. What can Eastern grow? Let's take a look at Eastern's financials. They are in the black. Oh, that's PSA. Road tolls we were looking at. Whoops, wrong one. Let's go ahead and switch to Eastern and see where they're at. I thought we had them almost into the black, or at least headed that way. It's February. We're 62,000 in the hole. I don't think so. What was looking good before is not looking as good now. Things pulled right back down. Was it DDI? That's a good question. DDI was the one that we pulled the huge pull recovery on. Okay, so DDI needs to implement a longer, faster setup. And DDI is asking for one last action from PSA, which is to high speed the train line entry for their cross map adventure for the Earth Dragon. And PSA agrees because that serves everybody. PSA also thinks that it might be time for some mail. See what color their mailboxes come up as. The gray. Perfect. And is encouraging everybody to begin gathering mail at Asham, for which we will go to Eastern now, back to Eastern, and that's going to be his setup. Is he is going to open up mail in Asham, Wells, and then down the road in Lima. But we're going to start with Asham, so we will expand each of his spots to include mail now. Find that barn and get us something reliable. A postal truck. Sounds good. Let's schedule it. We put those down wrong. Yes, we did. We put bus stops in where we meant to put in post boxes. Yeah. Now that's interesting. It's saying we have an invalid order. Let's see if it maintains invalid order. We will see if that's going to remain an invalid order. I think when it was going to bus stops only, I was considering it an invalid order, and that's what it was giving me. Come to this now. Open him. Schedule. Vehicle list. Schedule. Not showing invalid order anymore, so hopefully this will work. We'll take a couple passes before we start generating mail. So we're going to lose money early on this gamble, but it should pay off eventually. do need to check this guy. Whoops. And see what the orders are on that. We only have one stop at the West Station. See if that fixes anything as far as passenger generation. Still zero mail picked up. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. But we are going to deploy a second truck over here at the Wells scrapyard, or Wells. Extend that road just a little bit. And we will see if anything starts picking up soon on those two postals. It may take a long time before those begin generating money. But with an intercity section now active, hopefully this will begin generating mail. So the real thing is just how much mail and where is the mail going to from here? Well, 38 pieces a month are supposed to be coming from within Asham, 23 to there. We got 11 more that can go over to Lima. Nice. I had never seen those two before. Starting to carry mail on the Wells Asham route. So I have hope. 3 bags out of 60. It's low. I probably should have started with some in town being a different way. But let's see what we can do. And speaking of what can we do, let's go ahead and set up for another round of mail out here, which will also expand that bus service to catch that building. This will expand this guy to catch these guys. Yes, and how do I know this? Well, there's this little thing called station coverage. It's kind of hard to see in that color, but if I switch up my colors to red, no. Yeah, red shows it. You can pretty much see right there. If you have the red-green issue, let me bright blue it. There you go. Light blue, so you can see that I'm now covering all the buildings in Asham, or Lima. And now we can take a dispatch out. Another vehicle. And it's 1945 in this game. ETC Postal 3 Lima Wells. Now the real question is there mail waiting to go to the other end yet? Because I do have that mail truck. Nope, not yet. Must not be anybody wanting to write to anybody at the far ends of these two station setups. Now, I'm not big on mail. I don't do the mail thing very often because I've never really understood its setup on this game. Seems to me it doesn't always work the way you'd think. So what I'm trying to see is, am I getting any mail at any of these platforms in Asham? And I'm not yet. 3 bags of mail to the Wells scrapyard. There we go. Now we're going to start getting some hopeful setups. What's he got? 3 bags going to the town hall, to the car shop via the town hall stop. All right. We've got it. We've got it. Started to take and generate some cash. These guys ain't generating as much mail, but they need some passengers out here. And we need to start thinking about where our workers are at. Wells, the Vales, and Asham. So it is time to consider turning that off and closing out. Hey, this has been a video. This has been episode 56 on the Simutrans tutorial. I hope I'm learning things with you. You're learning things from my mistakes. The tutorial today was that mail is tougher to take and make money on. And that is point blank the main thing I can say is that mail still yellow lines for him. Looking at the other guys, we could probably look at them when we get a moment. Let's check DDI. What's he getting on mail? We gotta switch to him. Switch to DDI, which is what the next episode will start with. And we will check his lines for mail. All in the red. generating money on the mail. The motor post 1's empty. Local post, the horse is empty. The horse is empty. The Earth Dragon is carrying mail. I think. Nope, no mail yet. So we may have an issue with this. We're going to see if this builds it. It may take a few trips. It may take a few years to begin building the mail. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.